Not gon' trip if the sun don't shine. Not gon' trip, you know I get mine. 2020 vision, I want all the loot. 2020 vision, I want all the loot. Not gon' trip if the sun don't shine. Not gon' trip, you know I get mine. 2020 vision, I want all the loot. 2020 vision, I want all the loot. I'm talking be my all clean, fit too mean, finger all shiny on my baby's diamond ring. I was on a high till I caught onto the scene. Swear I lost my heart when I fell in love with things. Rookie year went broke like Jalen Rose. Got the price, sold my soul to the things I own. Switched up, locked in and got my mind right. Prioritizing, got my business and my time right. Wristwatch, no TikTok, you know the crown. I get guap, then flip stocks, you know it now. My baby's loyal and she holds it down. Play with my fam and I might blame you, but it's going down. Not gon' trip if the sun don't shine. Not gon' trip, you know I get mine. 2020 vision, I want all the loot. 2020 vision, I want all the loot. Not gon' trip if the sun don't shine. Not gon' trip, you know I get mine. 2020 vision, I want all the loot. 2020 vision, I want all the loot. 2020 vision, I want all the loot. Windows tinted, never rented, but I've been accused. Numbers up and we need no recruits. Leather loafers for the tailor suits. Making moves that you could never do. You sure I'm cool, but I'm never amused. When I cop it by the tools. The weather change, I change the views. I drop a record and I watch it boom. You see me working like one on a Zoom. Was destined since I left the womb. I'm staying silent when I'm in the room. From the soil, now you see me bloom. Zoom, and it's to the moon. Stop making promises you never keep. Out of touch, never out of reach. Dot the I's across the T's. Not gon' trip if the sun don't shine. Not gon' trip, you know I get mine. 2020 vision, I want all the loot. 2020 vision, I want all the loot. Not gon' trip if the sun don't shine. Not gon' trip, you know I get mine. 2020 vision, I want all the loot. 2020 vision, I want all the loot.
waste of love.
I am an artificial intelligence, and I can't talk to you. Get ready for the start. 1 minute to go. Players ready. Get ready for the start. The players are warmed up, and I hope you are too, my cucumber. While you and I are having fun, it's already 40 seconds before the start. "30 seconds before start. "20 seconds before start. 15 seconds, baby. 10 seconds before start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome back to the Galaxy Battle Phase 4 we're currently in, which is Khan against Gun 5, which we're going to look at today. My name is Dutch Boy Jesse, whatever you want to call me. Next to me is Alexa coming in. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I can't wait for the match to start. As you mentioned, Khan versus Gun 5. That is our only best of 3 of today, which is a bit weird, but we had some scheduling issues, or rather the teams had some scheduling issues due to the congested schedule of Tier 2. So both of the teams agreed we can play it on Sunday, and we had no problems with that. Of course, we're jumping into the map veto, and we're going to have 2 or 3 maps, Mirage, Ancient, and a potential decider should we need it will be Dust 2. So there's a lot of guns out there, a lot of really buggy maps to play in this pool. So today we will be expecting a lot of very interesting Counter-Strike action, Jesse.
Yeah, Khan have picked Mirage almost every single time, and with their roster still being relatively new, I would say that's a fair decision to make. Gun 5 come in with a stand-in. Magicy has been subbed in with Grix. Grix, as a very experienced player, used to play for Heroic as well, where obviously he's been benched as of very recent. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it to the game today, which gets me to believe that there's a chance for Khan to make something happen, because if there's one map we're looking at for Khan that's been good overall, it has been Mirage, and that's what we're starting on.
Yeah, and the aforementioned Magicy left on 45 HP. Not the best start for him. He missed a few headshots on top mid and didn't manage to capitalize and find that initial frag for his team, but that will be a lot of action towards A. You mentioned this player in Palace. Dooley's equipped. Let's see what he can do. Of course, a very interesting prospect coming into Gun 5 relatively recently. He will have some work ahead of him, just shoulder peeking, but the problem is, can he get the hell out of dodge? The answer is absolutely no, as Tio finds first blood. That's another kill for the side of Khan, and they're just racking it up. It's only Selter and Magicy trying to make something happen in this pistol round, but it seems done and dusted already, unless the T's make a fatal mistake.
Getting closer, chip it in. Magicy is going to miss out on the frag. That was their way back in, you would say. Selter's left to clutch, but he can't make it happen. Khan opens up nicely as they find a beautiful timing, right? Jake's Rezo getting caught there in Palace. Originally, you had Asdame watching by from CT, like saying you can fall back, you're safe to go. But obviously, when ramp has been occupied, when ramp has been pushed, probably the fallback wasn't the best idea. Khan get away with the first, as this is a timing-based game we're going to be looking at from them. This time, well executed.
Yeah, solid execution. And you can see Lomik here with the UMP. I mentioned that a few days ago on Galaxy Battle, the SMG that we keep seeing more often than not when we watch Tier 2 Counter-Strike recently. Of course, with some changes happening, the UMP has become a little bit more viable than it was, but we'll see what actually gets to happen with that gun. Of course, mostly wielding rifles, the Khan side players. These nades are not going to do a lot of damage onto Lomik, and just taking control of mid, that's a very solid start for Khan. They can just split towards that B bomb site. It's still not going to be the easiest execute ever with 3 players over there, and Magicy starts things off quite well with that scout. Now the attack commences, and Selter shutting it down, at least finding the third frag, not the second one, but Dexy good on the trade, and it's a 3v2. There's still something to happen here, but the CTs, they're closing in, and they want to put this round beyond all doubt, just trying to clutch something with those AKs. They know that they have the weaponry advantage, but trying to do something ain't gonna let it happen, because that scout is doing very good damage. Now it's Lomik alone. He grabbed that MP9 a short while ago, and he's trying to find these isolated duels. Still has the time on his side, but not a lot of room to maneuver, as they're just trying to bait him out. Him being on half HP, that scout can kill him with one easy shot, though. Gets the frag, and it's a 1v1, though. Magicy with the triple to tie things up.
Well done, Magicy. Collecting the final shot, everything looking to go all right for Khan. They take good control. There's a scout in the way, stopping this B presence originally. At some point, they were 2 men up. Things looked to go flying. This clutch from Lomic just getting denied in the end. The UMP, like you said, yeah, I was going to make the argument, but he had it on the T side, so that was a little bit weird. At the same time, he wanted to take control over Connector, which seems to be a more of a position where you want the rifle. Galil not bought UMP that time around, and what a frag this is with the Scout. Obviously, the Force Wars continues, and looking at the AK and the Deagle tagging away. Brilliantly done right now. JixRayzo still in window. Trades things back, but seeming like the Scout is just going to continue to frag away. Looking to get the trade.
Wow.
Lomic has no mercy. That's 3.
Are we watching Overwatch? What the hell is happening here, Lomic? He even tags up Selter, and this round is done. I think Selter knows it as well. So much room for the con side players to maneuver. So much room they've already taken, and the bomb is going to get planted. It's just a question of who takes care of Selter. Is going to be Dozik and Khan. That's counter reset to the hands of Gun 5, and that is not expected. That Scout doing way too much damage, and I have no idea how that Deagle shot connected.
Yeah. It's just a run and gun. It's just a point of luck, really, right? When you're running about, you can see a circle where the bullet could go. Now, that was the one spot where it could still extend to. Connecting a very weird way. CS2 action right there, ladies and gentlemen, as Gun 5 continue to buy up, right? The force bars, like I mentioned, continue. We'll have a force buy every single time coming in. Always a double eco for each and every team until a team budgets and has to go for that eco. Let's say Gun 5 lose this, they're gonna be pulled back to pistols and Calm can take a lead. But there's something in me saying that, for example, this Magic Key can get some work done. Did it previously with the Scout. Now it's the M4 to work with. Calm getting ready to make their way up short. Top con smoke. Window as well with the bomb looking to lead back to B. It seems as if they want to go for a B ending. Could be surprised as June takes a lot of spacing there towards Connector, and with letter room being taken, there has to be a bullet flying through. No, the window's already broken. Tsukumio is going to be able to hear the crossing from B happen as they enter the A side. Dozik, good for the first, but do you suspect there's Dame to be there? Doesn't seem like it, which might allow the bomb to go down for now. At the same time, there's still a trade potential to come. Running in, trying to make it happen. Dozik needs to get this kill while flying. He collects that frag. It's still a 3v3 as the pistols have done work elsewhere. This retake still potent for Gun 5.
Absolutely, now even more so when Selter finds that kill on Tadun, though the T's are trying to clean things up. Now trouble for Dozik as he's in a 1v2 trying to find the isolated duels, though good trading coming in from Selter and more than enough time to tie things up again. Gun 5 with the counter reset again, and this map is going to be quite interesting to watch, it seems, Jesse.
Yeah, the fight to the A side was alright, but they went for a lot of lurks, and those lurkers got caught with the pistols. We see them enter the A side at this point, and yeah, Tsukumiel is gonna be running into jungle. He's been found. The Rempler comes into play for yet another kill, and things just spiral out of control. Khan thinking to play it nice together. Players looking elsewhere, which catches them by surprise. A very interesting game, like you said. Speedy as ever. We see a lot of bug maps. We're gonna see a lot of these running and gunning between the two teams. Force Wars continues aggression through mid. JixRayzo and Texty able to open up together as they help each other out to find that kill on June. An entry found for Gun 5, and is this the moment we see that Force Wars finally come to an end? A chance for it. JixRayzo from Connector. A beautiful shot can be collected, and now Tio is the only one with a feasible weapon. Getting boosted up. I mean, Lomic has used the Scout to his advantage prior. But Tio is the man to do most of the work here.
Lomic almost getting caught in no man's land. He managed to get himself in a better position and went back to take the bomb, but still very unsafe, the position of the Con players, though Tio from window takes care of Texi. But there's a lot more work left to be done in 50 seconds to do it. The B-bomb side is empty, and that might be a foothold for the Con players. This still might be a very messy, very chaotic round with Seltzer the only one defending. The rotate is coming in, though. He finds the first headshot, and he is not looking for more, just waiting it out, though Tio swings and finds the kill. That's a labored spray from Magic E, but a double found nonetheless. And as you said, finally putting an end to the Force by Wars.
I love to see it, the early round aggression from Gun 5 in the end, of course, bringing them an entry. Right, both teams, every single time you play against those pistols, they're usually playing very ballsy, very interesting, and wanting to make the appearances. As soon as Gun 5 went for those plays, instead taking the initiative rather than sitting back and relaxing, those pistols aren't as strong once again. And that's Gun 5 taking away the round, finding a third on the board. Like you said as well, finally breaking that Wars, which we've seen so much of in the beginning. Pistols now for Khan. Wouldn't be surprised if they can get some kills, as we've seen the Deagles make things happen in the past. This time though, no armor there, and Dosic is already dropping the A side of play. Khan, that was their plan. If he would have gotten a kill, would have probably started moving into B. As soon as that kill isn't found, the prediction of Gun 5 to it either be an underpass play or a play towards the B side seems to be a good prediction to make, but it will get challenged instead. Jix Rezo, chance to spray. Everybody getting involved. Magic E with 2. So it's Gun 5 finding the round, 5 alive, taking matters into their own hands as they're 4-2 up.
Yeah, and that makes you feel really good, taking a round like this so cleanly when many others were not. That's going to give them a little bank, a little cash to splash in the future rounds, and maintaining the weaponry is also important. They only needed to buy the utility coming into this gun round. Of course, AKs galore on the side of Khan, but they're looking for an answer. They're looking for a response to Gun 5. And we've seen this setup from the CTs so many times before, trying to take at least a little bit of presence on mid. Of course, they're going to have to disengage, and they did just that a few seconds ago already, as now the T side is going to take control of this part of the map. Tio, not a great way to start a round, as he loses a lot of his HP to that utility. Gets boosted up again, but this time around they should be expecting, and Rizzo is, as he finds first blood in this round.
Taking a second. That's well played. Khan, I like what they're doing. Limited util, so they try to take the engagement fast, but there's a Jix Rezo in the way. Managing to find a double kill immediately. And now what do Khan do? They have one smoke left. Lomé could use it on either window or top of Khan, but that's going to give away what they're going to be willing to do. It's going to be giving away which side they're choosing to attack. Smoke, now used on connector. Fight from Dosic, as they will move up short, it seems like. That's the play to make. Texty to find on the B side. He's going to start to re-engage. Only one at the B side right now. Only if Khan realize this is up. They find the kill. That should be B side open. They've just been provided a chance, and I don't know why.
Yeah, especially with Dosic in a very good position to cut off the rotators. This is not going to be easy for the CTs. The bomb is surely going to get planted in Sadame. He finds the kill. That's an important part of this. Dune gets domed, and now it's Lomik in a 1v3. And Khan, they gave Gun 5 a chance here, more than a chance. Put Lomik in a very uncomfortable position, and he finds no kills in this clutch situation. It's going to be 5 for Gun 5, and you have to say that Khan, they really had a good opening, a good opportunity here, and it's been a bit wasted.
Yeah, this round gone to waste as well with their limited util. You boost one into window, he gets taken, then a second one falls as well. It's just one by one peeking. This fight though, I don't necessarily understand. You got 2 players waiting on CT spawn, you have one waiting in jungle. A side is completely cut off. Just stay on B, just wait. Texty goes for the engagement on mid instead, gives over the B side. Luckily, Gun 5 repaired that in the end, but I feel like that's a little bit of a misplay. It gave Khan a chance from what should have been a done deal straight up. But yeah, a bomb plant got provided, or at least a side in the end taken. And it's 5-2 still. Gun 5 have not much to worry about. It's like you said from the start, it's been Gun 5 all along. Good start from S-Dame to start as Khan will try to make their way into the A side. Players up close, ready to fight Tio. Could be unknown. Could be a prospect making a dent into this play. Oh, there he goes. Timing found and 3 kills. Khan shut them down.
That was pretty. Just coming out of the smoke like a wraith and taking 3 guys with the SMG. That was beautiful. And putting an end to a very messy round. So many kills found through the smoke beforehand. And then Tio decided to take things into his own hands to get number 3 for Khan. They're going to need to do a bit more to say that they can be content with the T-side half of Mirage. But if this round is something to go by, they still have a few ideas.
Speaking of Messi, we're gonna have Ancient and Dust2 after this, Alexa, so there's way more Messi to be had. Round 9.
So many smokes. So much pressure on all of the players situated in and around mid, though. It's the T-sided players that are pushing towards A. And a lot of damage dealt to S-Dame. He's going to get blown away, though. Jxrizo finds a kill to trade things back. The CTs are going to have to do a heck of a lot more to have a chance in this round, as a foothold has been established on A, and a bomb plant can happen already. Just trying to spam through the smoke, not going to get anything. Magic Key going to get tested and blown away, even though he got the shot off and a lot of damage dealt. It's inconsequential, though. Texi finds a double and an unexpected one. The bomb's still not yet planted, and that's going to give time for the CTs to rotate back. Texi looking for more, and he's going to find Dune as well, trying to plant that C4, and this round has just been taken away from Khan by Texi.
Yeah, he kills 2 players through the triple box. That's insane. Not allowed to plant. Jxrizo, another attempt allowed as Yop will miss the shot. Texty though wins it all. 2 kills through the box. A first one on the side and a third to finish. 4 kills in the end. Ridiculous work from Gun 5 coming out. It all started off so well. A kill to be had, a missed shot from the Yop, and at this point you're done for it. Texty just couldn't get traded. Found vision, found a chance to spray, that's the first, and then June trying to plant. You're not allowed to, if Texty's still alive.
Oh yeah. And now Khan, they know they gotta be a lot more careful when they're planting the bomb. They've been caught off guard in that previous round, and now back to pistols. They're gonna have an op on Lomik, and I'm very curious to see what they're gonna do with that big green. Because that could give them an entry. It could give them a chance, but let's not forget, they get into next round, their buy is not going to be perfect in any sense of the word because they've decided to invest a bit in here.
Chance with the Deagle, Magic Key. With S-Dame, they're helping each other out on mid. Look at that team play. And we're speaking of a stand-in for Gun 5 coming in. Magic Key is on the top of the scoreboard. You expected them to be potentially a bit more, or a bit less powerful. With player Magic in, he stopped fragging. And the coordination still completely there. Gun 5 is showing some greatness. Magic is doing wonderful.
Oh yeah. And Grix could be sweating. Of course, he's shown his numbers in his previous CIS teams. Let's not talk about his time in Heroic. That was very brief though. Magic Heat is really stepping up, and it's not too uncommon that we sometimes see that stand-ins get those kills because they can play with a lot more freedom than just regular team players. And you can see that here. 12 kills on the board after 10 rounds played, and he's looking for more. Of course, he might have a chance to find more in this round as the T's are closing into Connector. Not going to have the courage to take a forward position, at least not yet.
XD burned out a bit. Player in ladder room is always so hard to clear. You want to take short, but makes it so much harder with a player still positioned there. That's the reason Walk-On is not interested in engaging just yet. They want to take short as they do have Sumiao still positioned towards the B apartments, now starting to make some pressure. they're gonna start falling away. They take really long to make a play. Personally unsure where they're going. It seems like apartments will be the play. There's Taxi taken. Usually that means there's only one to the B side, but look at Gun 5 setup. Player at the balcony, which will be unknown, and Magicy with a chance to open up. Shot missed. Now taken. 4v4.
Yeah, and that follow-up was so important. That's going to stop them at least a little bit. Give Seltzer a chance to position himself well, though. The Molly will bring him out of position. He finds a kill nonetheless, as Teo was very low HP. Magicy, another frag found, and Jixrizo is on the rotate as he finds a kill. And it's Lomik in a 1v3 with 15 seconds on the clock. There is no chance to do anything here. It's Magicy all the way, baby, as he's on 15 frags as a stand-in.
Yeah, well played. No presence towards the A side from Khan at all. So the plan was clear from the start. Gun 5 could start rotating in as soon as Magicy made this kill, made this play. The molly to flush out Seltzer was quite good, but yeah, look at the rotation. No presence towards A, so Jixrizo makes his way over, and S-Dame doesn't see anybody towards the A side. Still no pressure whatsoever. Khan are very focused on one thing, which they're trying to execute, but as soon as that one thing isn't working, and Gun 5 seems to read what they're doing, they...
ようこそギャラクシーバトル。ミラージュ、このラウンド勝つぞ。ナイスプレイ。いけるいける。Subscribe to Galaxy Battle.
Expect a little bit more idea of what they're doing, but the problem is, as you've mentioned previously, every round they try something, and if the game plan isn't really working out, they can't really find a reasonable way to improvise. And they might have to do it here, as they've gained a lot of ground on mid, looking for the first frag, struggling to find it. It's Magicy finding a kill yet again with that op, and he's still going to get tested as the T's really want to go to A.
5 towards middle as a default. It works if you get a kill, but if you don't get a kill, you're staring down the barrel, you're playing a stalemate, and Gun 5 playing on the side, having an op this potent, just tags away. You said 15? I talk about 18 now. Magicy, what a performance.
Yep, that's impressive. I gotta say, 18 frags, that's not something you expect when you call somebody to stand in for you. That's a very good performance on map number 1. Of course, let's not forget, this is our only best of 3 of today. But before we continue with the Mirage, we will be giving out a skin. Let's see what we get. And there's not a lot of people rather in the chat, so you have a pretty good opportunity to get a few skins today.
Yeah, players were still loading. And now, what do we get? It's the Glock Vogue for Rex coming out. Congratulations. I personally have the Glock Vogue myself. I really like the skin. Good one.
It's a good looking skin.
It will be added to your collection, yeah.
And a solid way to get a few bucks just by watching Counter-Strike. I've also seen a lot more juicy skins either being given away this year on Galaxy Battle or just flying by while you're looking at. And don't you worry, if you see a knife or something, it's going to get given away at some point, so you should stick with this program. It's 9-3 at the half, and Gun 5 really good, looking good.
There's 4 knives, 1 pair of gloves. We got an M4 Hellfire, an AK Wildfire as well, AWP Wildfire, I mean. Some really nice skins that are in the mix, so be sure to keep follow, watch, and like you said, the perfect combination. Watching Counter-Strike, getting skins, and having some interesting matches to look into. Advantageous spot for Khan in this round. They have to find a redemption arc. Able to keep the advantage going. CT gets checked. Teo falls. Chumiao is not going to peek, and look at Jixrizo even more involved. That trade should have come way sooner. Now it's June in a 1v1, and he's dropped the bomb in front of him.
That is a very uncomfortable position for Seltzer. He has no armor, a few body shots, and he's dead. And I think that Dune knows it, especially with that crisp one tap to begin things. And he had a struggler of a first half. So should he clutch this out, that's going to give him a lot of confidence for this CT side. But Seltzer, he's not budging. He's just waiting for a mistake from that CT player. But is that going to give him anything when the bomb is just at the feet of Dune? He has all the advantage here, just needs to expect Selter's position. The first shot could make a difference, and this round needs to make a difference for the side of Khan. So Dune, he needs to hit his shots, or rather one is enough. Selter just gaining a bit of ground without being seen, but now needs to check his angles and is going to clutch out this 1v1. And it's just rubbing salt in the wounds of Khan. This was a doable round for them.
Yeah, very much. And 1v1 here, an advantage, and Xuemiao is not peeking. Here, we're seeing it again. He didn't peek. He didn't try. I think he was reloading still. Maybe he quick switched before he got the clip in. I'm not too sure. Something was up there. No trade found from Xuemiao. I personally don't know how to properly say his name. Do you have any suggestions?
Yeah, I mean, just Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Players really need to pick like 1 or 2 syllable names. Anything more than that, you're just trolling the commentators. Oh, that's a fast push, but it is gonna get halted by Sadame as he finds a double with that Galil.
Good stuff, Tio. Being able to walk around Texty will get checked. That's one more player you see, and Gun 5 seem to immediately respond to that. They want to take him down. No, one has pushed. And instead of going to that A play, which is something that Tio most likely is expecting, right? He immediately starts running towards short to try and help June. Immediately gets invested towards window. Instead of that, Gun 5 look to go and execute towards the B side. No, they're going to go underpass. They still not able to make a decision just yet what they want to do. But as long as they stay together, right, an advantage is going to be played. They know Khan has gone for a force buy, so they can't go easy on them right now. Selter gets seen, taken. The MP9 tries striking down another. A new mag needed. With 40 seconds, A-side is still by no means under control of Khan. As they try to take back CT to have a chance for a possible retake, but no kits available. Found kill from Magiki. Look at the HP that's left on Gun 5. Timing gets found from Sadame, which makes this round much more competitive. Lomic.
Oh.
That's one. Now Sadame on 32 with potential way of peeking. This 1v1 is really interesting. No smoke to cover the bomb. Just gonna try and make it happen. Wait for the jump. Sadame doesn't go for it now. He's jumping once, jumping twice. Now going for the swing, and he wins it out. Lomic not daring to stick. After he saw the player peek at a 10-second defuse, a kit would have already been enough. Don't be a loser by a diffuser. Not that rule been injected here as Gun 5 win it.
That was so close, and that made me stressed out as well as Sadame. He kept his cool. He did not want to peek until the time was right. He played to the hand that possibly Khan don't have a kit, and that really paid off for him and his team. It's 11-3 on Khan's map pick. This is not looking good, Jesse. They're not cooking.
And Alexa, the call they're making were, okay, they have a force buy, they shouldn't have a kit. But yeah, to put everything, all the eggs in the basket for them to not have a kit, that is a stressful thought in my eyes. If you're a player there, you're thinking, yeah, this is the smart move to make, but something in you tells you, you gotta go for that peak, which he didn't, luckily.
Yeah. Smart enough, SDA. The two of us, we would have lost that 1v1, it seems.
Yeah.
And a few Khan players on that B-bomb site. These Deeks could still cause a little bit of headache for Gun 5. And Khan, they are grasping at straws a little bit at this point in time. Forward push from Xuemiao. His teammates are trying to defend the site. There's Lomic and there's Tio with 2. Oh, now things are starting to get really tense, really complicated as Magiki needs to pull a rabbit out of the hat. He knows that one more player is on the site, unable to find him and gets tagged down. Nade in hand means he's dead, and it's a lifeline for Khan.
A lifeline found. Brilliantly done. As that is a round with a Zeus kill, of course, to start with. Tio did mainly the work. He found 2 kills there with a Deagle, and top mid getting pushed. Just some unlucky timings that are followed up, that are spiraling in and out of control. 1v3 then, which is very hard to find. Can't secure at least one more. Gun 5 still on the brink of winning this game out. The best map on paper from Khan is looking to start falling apart, but they've been provided a lifeline. Still extended just briefly. Jixrazo, the only one with a rifle here, gets taken by Dune. Mid is controlled by Khan, as this wasn't necessarily a round that Gun 5 should win. And Eco will come up next, so we're gonna see some rounds that we knew were gonna go the way of Khan. Highly likely to go for. At round 18, things will get interesting. SDA trying to not burn to death, which is something he's been secured to do, but Tsukumoyo is going to be able to take him down. Meow finds him. We'll just call him Meow, or I'm going to call him Meow. Round 5 for Khan, and like I said, the 6th should come as well.
Yeah, it should be quite simple. Can't really expect anything from Gun 5 in this round. They're going to have a flash, and that's basically it. Maybe try and just push through a site, maybe catch the defenders with their pants around their ankles.
I guess.
Nothing more than that.
Selter is AFK, though, with the flash, so...
Oh, there you go.
They're boosting an underpass, so... I mean, he didn't have to stand AFK, he could have moved towards apps, but I think in the end, they're... At this point, I like this call from Gun 5. What are they doing? They're, first of all, just sitting back, but they're waiting for utility to get wasted for Khan a little bit to make this eco a lot more feasible, right? Some teams would call just go for a simple fast palace pop to try and get the bomb down. In this situation, they're gonna do the same, because in the end, I think they're still gonna end on A or go to B, whatever is the plan. But at least made sure some smoke, some mollies are used, which might actually get some economy in your favor in the end. Steps heard from Meow here. Is going to hear the steps on T-spawn to be made soon. There's the run. He has heard 1 or 2 steps for sure, which puts Dosik and Lomik in a position towards the A side. And like I said, with the flash, you're setting them up to go for a palace play. Another nade gets used here by Lomik, which is extra economy dealt with. Here they come.
Oh, yeah, this should be just a shooting gallery for Lomik. Yep, there's Dosik as well, chipping in with 2 of his frags. A full house from those 2 players to get that highly expected round number 6 for Khan. A very simple anti-eco for them, as they just mowed through the players trying to get to the site. Now, their job is going to get a heck of a lot harder, as it's AKs in the hands of Gun 5, a solid amount of utility as well to use, so they can concentrate well on this round and trying to close things out on Mirage.
Yeah, they can focus, they have that utility, so it's up to them to get their defaults in. Nice little smoke there towards Connector to get out of mid, but mid doesn't seem to be the main pressure point. The thing that Gun 5 does well is they use utility a lot to take mid here. Instead, they're not gonna really go for that much mid presence, something that Khan still went for. Thinking that Utah would have gone to waste if they didn't play there, but that's not the case. Gun 5 start making their way out. Good frag on Lomik making a rotation. Meow on the side still trying to hold on. It's gonna be good for 1. Trying to make it happen from default. Magic Key managing to make him fall with pressure coming from Palace as well. Gun 5 swarm the A side. That smoke is pretty interesting. Dosik doesn't really know how to play around with that one. Trying to make his way up. He makes SDA fall. And that brings the round very much back in the hands of Khan, but Taxi is going to have a saying about it. 2 more kills to take.
Oh.
That's 1, but Dune finds him. Round made possible by Taxi, but Khan stay alive to fight another day.
Yeah, just a little bit of time necessary for Taxi to sort of reset his crosshair and set it back to the 3rd player. That clutch unavailable to him in the end, and Meow tried his best, couldn't really take control of things. The problem for Gun 5 is they've expended a lot of their utility before the execute even started, and that was a slow take of the site, which gave the CTs a lot of time to rotate, and now they're back on pistols. Tech-9s and a Deagle. For the side of Gun 5, always be careful of the mighty Tech-9. Respect it, as it can run down a defense quite easily.
I gotta pick and choose. Use utility and make the run towards the site, which they're doing now. They're making noise towards A. Utility used, and they're setting up for B. This is a really good fake. Tio spot him. Players from Gun 5 are gonna start running into B, but have 2 players to clear.
Yeah, Lomic, he finds the first kill, and now trouble for Tio as he's just gonna get overrun, but so many CTs already on the rotate, and Dune finds a double. And they can't reasonably get themselves into a position to plant the bomb, and that's very uncomfortable for Gun 5. If the bomb was planted, it would have been a heck of a lot easier to do something, but Khan clawing back, and they're already on number 8. Only 3 rounds left to go, Jesse.
Yeah, they are slowly crawling their way back, and yeah, I was honestly a little bit surprised to see Khan so far down. I've seen some really good mirages from them as well. It's been their main pick so many times, so we do see the real Khan here on the CT side. T side seemed a little bit stressful at time. Getting a closer game was something I still expected, particularly on Mirage to come out, and aim from Lomic. He showed up great on the T side, but when there's a defending upper, that's where you can see his true potential. Something Lomic shows with that very nice DM hopping he showed there in the early engagement towards middle. Pushing out fast towards the B side. The back of side, Lomic has arrived. Tio still watches as the anchors down the side real good. Needs a second kill to shut down the round at that moment, which as he falls and June follows close second. Round spirals back into control and back out as Lomic gets a third. The op showed greatness. And he's also on 26 kills, 24 for Magic-Key. So he's still ready to clutch, but forced to fall back. I'm not sure if this is a minute save, Alexa, necessarily, but kind of seems like it. 1v3 with the op. It seems like an unwinnable round there for Magic-Key.
Yeah, it's just a question of will Meow give him that duel on top mid. The answer seems to be negative, though. It's going to give enough time for Magic-Key to rotate to A if he decides to. Doesn't seem to be the case with 30 seconds on the clock. He's going to run towards A, or rather towards Palace. It seems like it is a save, as if he had decided to go towards A, it should have been a much of a faster run and trying to get to the site, trying to plant the bomb, put yourself in the best position possible. This way, at least they're going to have an op in the next round. And we spoke highly about Magic-Key, but it's Lomic really lighting things up. 26 frags so far, and 20 rounds only have been played. He has more than enough time to get to that 30 bomb.
Yeah, and if Khan wants to win this game, it's going to have to be that 30 bomb potentially from Lomic coming out. He definitely showed what he's made of in this game so far. And is making the Gun 5 sweat after a very great first half of play. Now 6 straight from Khan. And a weak buy. It is a buy, it is considered one, but more of an anti-eco, and then the op, which has been saved, of course, around for Magic-Key coming out. So, interesting plays. Lomic missed a shot to collect first blood, as Gun 5 seem to have their strategy straight. They're going to start moving into A very soon, where there's 3 players getting ready. This is going to be a very interesting side take as Magic-Key opens.
Oh yeah, and that's a very important opening. That's going to keep Lomic on CT spawn for a long time. Though Meow finds a kill, and again, a very slow take. They should have exploded toward the site already had they wanted to take control of A, but maybe they're changing their minds, or maybe just changing their approach, but that allowed the CTs to rotate almost all of their manpower to that A bomb site, so breaking it open is going to be very difficult. It's the Dame with the most forward position of the T-sided players, and that Tech-9 is going to have to do some work as well. They have only 1 flash to work with, and that might be an issue when you have 3 defenders on a site. Op as well, focused on ramp, so Magic-Key could get taken down unless he's fast enough. The answer is no. He's gonna Or rather, yes, he is going to fall. The remaining players just want to get out of Palace as soon as possible. The opening foul is that Texi gets a double. Now it's beginning to be very uncomfortable. There's another kill for Texi, and they can plant the bomb now. It's Tio in a 1v2, and how has this happened, Jesse?
This is great, and it's Texti to win it. He's turned around the round completely. They couldn't take care of the Palace drop. Such a weird and hard fight to take. Good find here on mid. I think the execute is real class. Meow, of course, he made it happen, but then falling back into Palace, making this play happen. Lomic taken care of, but yeah, this fight from Meow, it's just such a hard one to take. You feel so uncomfortable because you think you have an advantage, but then as soon as the players are dropping down, you don't know left, right, middle, below, top. You're just so much wondering about where they're gonna come from. Gun 5 winning it out. They're only one map away, or one round away from taking it. They stopped the streak from Khan. And this is gonna start getting interesting, because yeah, Khan, at that point when you're finding 6 in a row, Gun 5 now have that safety of OT. They have that full buy to work with. At this point you're feeling like, okay, we have that safety play, we have at least that overtime secured. Breathing a sigh of relief, probably feeling a bit relieved as well. So that might give them the chance to win the game right here, right now. Texti with a chance to spray, misses barely against Dosic. As the A makes his way out of B. Good shot on Tio will be found. In a lot of pressure, Dune having to check multiple sides. Taken down, Bomb is gonna go down here on the B side. A really good advancement point for Gun 5 to win things out right here, right now. Mid help, so they know all of them are gonna come from that kitchen area. Another trade, which is huge from Selter. An up and Dosic left. What can they do? The time is running the Essen very soon.
Yeah, they need to get themselves to the side, but so many T's guarding all the entrance points. Now it's very uncomfortable, and it's only Dosic to remain, though he finds a kill. It's a 1v1, but he does not have the time to get the defuse. It is going to be the final frag coming in from Magic Key as he's on 26 or 27 to end the map. That's a great performance from the stand-in, a very solid performance on the opponent's map pick coming in from Gun 5. It's Khan that had a chance to complete the comeback. That 11-9 round was what really put the nail in the coffin, as it really looked like it could happen, like they could get a tied result in the end, taken away by Gunfine, taken away by Magic Key, and especially Texi in that most pivotal round of the map.
Yeah, and that 4K we're looking at with the kills through the box, also still something on my mind. Gun 5. The thing is, when you're picking maps, you need to be careful of that T side sometimes as well. Most teams opt to go for CT start. Lomic showed up great on that CT side. I have some thoughts. I looked into his HLTV. I have some really interesting things that we'll probably talk about more at the end of this or at the end of this break when we're starting off with the second map, because there's definitely a lot to speak about. I googled a little bit about Lomic, so interesting to share my thoughts with that going forward. But Mirage goes the way of Gun 5. They'll be taking it. We are going to be sending it to Ancient as the second map of the series comes out. A really good performance from Gun 5. Looking at it, they are going to have a chance now to close it, as it's their mid pick coming after this break.
Hit 'em with that stamina, turned them to the maximum. Hit 'em with
Oh, you thought this was a game, huh? Oh, you slept, you missed the range, huh? I don't switch sides, still the same, huh? 101 is for my name, huh? Told you this is not a game. Done playing, time to live up to my name. Cuss them off, they said I changed. They just ain't keep up to pace. In my lane, go time, sun or rain. Oh, you thought this was a game? This is not a game. It started 15, big dreams, and I keep dreaming. Strategic, I'm not scheming. Put that work and I achieve it. If it's bad vibes, then I leave it. If it's good, then let me see it. Connected with the heavens, ducking punches from these demons. Oh Lord, I speak my truth long as I'm breathing. My best move was investing, now it doubles when I'm sleeping. Life is like a ring, take some punches, leave you bleeding, leave you bruised, beaten, but I'm still never conceded. You thought this was a game, huh? Oh, you slept, you missed the range, huh? I don't switch sides, still the same, huh? 101 is for my name, huh? Told you this is not a game. Done playing, time to live up to my name. Cuss them off, they said I changed. They just ain't keep up to pace. In my lane, go time, sun or rain. Oh, you thought this was a game? This is not a game. 24/7, 247. Still get my 8 in. Was never mad if they win. Lace up my shoes and weigh in. Went out and I stayed in. Burnt out so I came in. For me the vision made sense. For them I told them patience. Now I'm done waiting, time to get it done, time to get it shaking. Started from the basement, knew I was the one. Now we on top of skyscrapers. $100 steak, still my paper plated. Gotta stay humble, 10 toes down, gotta stay motivated. Knock, knock, who's there? Another coming in, stack say, tuck high. So save a little to spend, what, where, how, when. They ask, I show and tell, turn L's to a win. I really thought this was a game, huh? Oh, you slept, you missed the range, huh? I don't switch sides, still the same, huh? 101 is for my name, huh? Told you this is not a game. Done playing, time to live up to my name. Cuss them off, they said I changed. They just ain't keep up to pace. In my lane, go time, sun or rain. Oh, you thought this was a game? This is not a game.
We was young, I'm looking back on how life used to be. You were mine and I was yours, I feel like you glued to me. Ripped apart my heart in two, I gave it for you to keep. Broken pieces all over the ground, I'm losing sleep. Take me back to how it used to be. We all say that, but the past always seem to play these tricks with me. Suffocate and need room to breathe. Take me back to how it used to be. And that just been the way the story goes. Everything that shine ain't gold. Always find my way to make it home, but all on my own. And that just been the way the story goes. Everything that shine ain't gold. Always find my way to make it home, but all on my own. You said you needed space, so I gave you space. Life's a movie now, I feel like Vinny Chase. But when behind the scenes, that's when I unweave. When you not with me, not as fun as it seems. My friends think that I'm dumb, but they not cool with me. Like you cool with me, so who are they to preach? Yeah, I made mistakes, we haven't talked in weeks. Said I need inner peace, but look at what you did to me. Sometimes when I'm with you, I don't really wanna be here. But when you gone from me, I'm sad you disappear. What's going on with me? I'm playing both sides. You said I'm dead to you, it's feeling like we both died. How did we get so far? We're swimming on the shallow side. Floated off way too far, I'm drifting with no paddle. I need you to save me, but you kill me at the same time. It's like a drug when I withdraw, I need the same high. Cause without it, I'm a mess. And I don't wanna start again. But it's way better than feeling like this. And that just been the way the story goes. Everything that shine ain't gold. Always find my way to make it home, but all on my own. And that just been the way the story goes. Everything that shine ain't gold. Always find my way to make it home, but all on my own. We was young, I'm looking back on how life used to be. You were mine and I was yours, I feel like you glued to me. Ripped apart my heart in two, I gave it for you to keep. Broken pieces all over the ground, I'm losing sleep. Take me back to how it used to be. We all say that, but the past always seem to play these tricks with me. Suffocate and need room to breathe. Take me back to how it used to be.
I am an artificial intelligence, and I can't talk to you. Get ready for the start. 1 minute to go. Players ready. Get ready for the start. The players are warmed up, and I hope you are too, my cucumber. While you and I are having fun, it's already 40 seconds before the start. "30 seconds before start. "20 seconds before start. 15 seconds, baby. 10 seconds before start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
are back. Mirage was interesting. Ancient, hopefully so, will bring us more action in this one and only best of 3 of today. It's Khan against Gun 5, a very interesting matchup, Jesse, because we don't really know what to expect from either team. Gun 5, on one hand, they have a stand-in, which has been lights out on map number 1. Khan, they were a bit hit or miss on their own map pick, to be completely honest, right?
Yeah, they had one savior, and that was Lomic, and I dove into his career path a little bit, and where he started off his career on, he played for Virtus Pro Prodigy, VP Prodigy at the day, and he played with Result and Letic back in the day in that team. Letic now playing for OneWin, Result now playing for Sangal as they went for a CIS lineup. So there's definitely some growth in there. They all went to a higher lineup. Lomic now plays for Khan, which is trying to make a name for himself. I was like, there must be a reason why this guy is so good, and that is the reason. He played with those boys back in the day. A lot of talent from the CIS region came from VP Prodigy in the end, and Lomic was one of them. They're now going to have to start off a little bit better on this CT side, that's for sure. As in the first map, they were 9-3 down already. That was the T side though, but I thought that was an interesting take as the pistol round commences. And Lomic, he opens up with first blood. Second kill gets found. A side challenge back and forth, and would you look at that, just blue in the kill feed.
Yeah, and what happened here was a bit of an anti-strat. 3 players on that A-bomb site, 2 players on the quick rotate. It seems that Khan knew exactly what Gun 5 were gonna do, and it's only Magic Key here. The stand-in aforementioned, he played really good on Mirage, and it would be an incredible feat to get to a 1v5 clutch. The only saving grace is that he does have the bomb on his back. He does have Kevlar as well, so he's going to give himself an opportunity and might even get 1 or 2 more isolated duels. So should he find the next frag, it could be a doable situation, but no. Dozik will dome him, and that will be round number 1 for Khan.
Well done. A good start, and yeah, their big problem on Mirage was their T side. They started off with that. They won the pistol. It was a bit of a barrage going forward. Gun 5 were lucky to have the first 2 rounds on the T side of Mirage when they went to that second half. Otherwise, there might not have even been a win for Gun 5 coming in, as they only found 4 rounds in total on that T side, the 4 rounds that they needed to fight. So still raises some questions to me. I thought it was going to be a very good chance for a 2-0. I still think that is, but Gun 5 need to prove themselves a little bit on the T side of Ancient here.
Absolutely, but this one should be a cleanup. And it's Dozik leading the charge. These SMGs are trying to farm up some cash, and they'll do just that. 1 kill found, though, but no harm done. It's basically just losing your Kevlar and MP9. You can buy back into that in the next round. They're just hoping not to lose anything else, and that shouldn't be the case. They're probably not going to force this, or should they? As Dozik just jumps through and takes care of Texi. Sadame was an easy piece of work afterwards, so you got a quick 2 on the board for the side of Khan. Let's see how Gun 5 will retaliate.
Yeah, they're going to be able to buy. Went for the eco. The second half of play, a pretty common thing to do on the T side. You're going to have AKs, you're going to have basic util. CT side is more feasible to go for a buy in the second round of play. I'll have to see what this first full buy will be doing. The classic smokes. Window and Donut being smoked. Magic Key to open. Wants to not fall back into the flames as June goes for a very aggressive play. It's SMG, so I get why they want to try and make something happen, show initiative, but this seems to be a bit too much and a bit too late as well. The re-engagement in through mid. The flash was good to support, but such a hard time taking him down. Gun 5 looked good to retaliate and find their way here to a first.
Oh yeah, won't be a problem here for Gun 5. The bomb will be planted, and these M4s are at least going to attempt to be carried over to the next round. It's only a question of Dozik because the T's are already a bit on the prowl. They don't want to lose their guns either, but sending 1 or 2 players just on a relative hunt might be enough to catch somebody off guard. As you said, first on the board for Gun 5, that is something that we already knew ever since that skirmish in mid happened, that went with 3 frags going their way. Of course, the side of Khan, they will have a very good buy in the next round, especially with these two M4s saved if Meow doesn't die. But maybe Texty manages to catch him. The answer will be negative. At the end of the day, Gun 5 will be happy with their first round and 4 guns saved.
Happy for sure. Here, this re-engagement coming out after the entry was found. Sure, you gotta dodge the flashes of the T's to wait for those CT flashes to come in. Might not have expected Gun 5 to go that aggressive into mid. The fact that they have the AKs but potentially limited util. Don't fade away from a play though. We're seeing the map choices for both teams coming out, so we know they're interested in taking heads on duels. Just like Khan is now going aggressive down ramp. At least that's what they wanted to. Double flames used by Gun 5, not coordinated that well to go for the fight. So it might spark some concerns for them. 3 players set up towards the B side here as they're looking desperately for an entry. JixRayzo, quite well known to be a talented and fun looking rifler. Played for Rustak in the past. Here a chance for him to get the opening kills as he keeps on putting pressure on the ramp, keeping the 3 players from Khan at the B side. The question you might be asking is, do they want that with the fact that there is a play? They're gonna accelerate though, nevertheless. Tio almost out of bullets, but tagging him down with Dosic helping. It's an absolute slaughterhouse on the B side. Selter provided with a way, as with 2 kills found, he is in a 1v2 right now. Has to reload before going for it. 5 bullets will not be enough to take them both down. The nade brings him down to 8. 1 taps are needed. And Lomek holds him tight. 3 on the board for Khan as they keep the game competitive.
And good on Tio. That was a really good multi-kill towards ramp. They've been heading out through the smoke. Maybe a bit too early. You can criticize them on that. With a minute on the clock, they could still play around that smoke and wait for it to fade. At the end of the day, Tio took what was provided, and he provided his team with 3 great frags to get them to round number 3. Now, a bit of a Walmart buy in the hands of Gun 5 as they're lacking some utility, they're lacking some guns as well. A Galil, a Tech 9, the rest on AKs. Let's see if they can get this very important round. Still, Khan is also not looking too great when it comes to their economy, so should Gun 5 grab this round, we could see a tied result quite quickly, but will they, won't they? That's the question.
Question still in the air. Selter, they've seen him being the only one here down the ramp. It isn't as potent for Gun 5 to go for a straight up A execute. They're gonna start re-aggressing and making their way back around into this B side with control. SDA getting ready to take cave while Donut will get checked for JixRayzo, so would he find a kill on June? This round could be interesting. June takes him down. Originally you would have liked a kill to keep the Khan players guessing. Now they found loads of control and 2 kills to start. Make that 3. It's a round that Khan should be taking now. The fact that they're keeping, for now, 4 players alive would be great. It's up to Gun 5 to take away as many as they can. Molly will put troubles on the horizon. Dosic re-aggresses, dies. As Texty is left with 1 health left.
Well, this would be a miraculous ace clutch should he get to it, but doing that on this level, not going to happen, not anytime soon, as Dune puts the finishing touches and gets round number 4 on the board for Khan. Going to be only pistols available for Gun 5 in the next one, so Khan really breaking away at the beginning of this map. Of course, a 5-1 lead isn't really anything to write home about unless you capitalize on it, but it shows that Khan are still not out of this best of 3 just yet, and far from being out of it. Now, one thing to mention, if you want to have a chance to win one of our skins at halftime, just write !Galaxy in the kick chat and you will be submitted in the giveaway. Only pistols, as I mentioned, for Gun 5. They're going to have 4 Deagles and a Tech 9. Not even a lot of armor on them, so it should be a quick and easy round for Khan.
At least that's what they're trying to go for. Good frag from Lomek coming out. There's the spray from Meow. Taking care of 2. control over mid. Used a bit deeper with a smoke. Jixrazo falls back. Same goes for Texty. 3 kills to start from Khan, and yeah, it's a good way from them on Gun 5's pick. I mean, if we look...
Okay.
Let's see what Dosik can do. I mean, I was gonna go on about something, but Texty says no twice. 2 kills found. Ramp being retaked here. Rotation from Lomek. He's gonna catch them on the back at least. He's gonna try to make some noise there. Making sure they don't get a chance to fall back. Jixrazo aggresses too. That's June shutting things down. Texty still alive though, and another ace clutch would be needed from him. Last round he needed it as well to get the victory. And in the open, will be faking it once. Now going back to safety. This round is still possible for Texty. 2 players to find it. If they give isolated Jules, there is a chance. But there isn't a chance now. Meow takes him out. Wins the round for Colin. And I don't think it's that surprising seeing them get such a good control on this CT side. Because in the previous map, if we just look at basic statistics, right? Gun 5 found 4 rounds on the T side. But it was controlled as ever from Khan. If Gun 5 wouldn't have found the pistol in the follow-up, they would have been only on 2 rounds. This game could still get a bit dangerous as Khan CT side keeps on building and building and building.
Oh yeah, I mean, on the other hand, you got Gun 5. They're going to be pretty happy with that previous round, getting 3 kills, getting a bomb plant as well. A bit of a boost for their economy, but the thing is, they got to start getting a few rounds, and they got to start now. Otherwise, you could see Khan starting to get away on this map, and quite quickly already in the first half. That's a good way to start a round as Sadame decapitates Lomek. A lot of ground gain, though Dosic shutting Selter down and giving us back a 4v4 scenario. 1-for-1 should be enough for the T's, especially if they double peek Meow. And now trouble looms for Khan, especially when Jixrazo gets another kill. Dosic knows he needs to fight, but he gets destroyed as well. And the A side has been unguarded for a while now. It's going to be a fairly simple affair for Gun 5 to plant the bomb. And Tio can't really hope to do much, especially with Texie's forward position.
Yep, there's Gun 5 finding a round, and this is the Khan we know again. And I mean, this is Gun 5 winning the round, but Khan going for a lot of these solo engagements, right? We got Dosic here in middle playing alone. The swing then from June. From Donut will get called a player alone in Cave. When Khan is winning out those fights, they are a very strong team and they can get away with victories. But if they're losing their aim jewels, everything starts falling apart real fast. Gun 5 playing much more together than Khan is. The team play really showing up in this particular round, and like we've seen in the past as well. Here's a play towards B coming out. Pistols to work with. Pistol and armor. Limited util. They know what's up. And they're striking them down like they're not even there. Well played. Great decision to make to play when Khan will prioritize weapons over utility in a round like this. That's when they strike B and find the round easily.
Oh yeah, and that was very, very quick from Gun 5. Unexpected for Khan to maintain a defense of that site so early. It's going to be number 3 for Gun 5, and they're feeling a lot better than 2 rounds ago, when it seems like it was backs against the wall. Now it's all the pressure on the CTs, as even when they save these 2 guns, their loss bonus isn't really all that great. So they're not going to be in a situation to invest a lot of money. Basically, even if you're in their shoes, would you even buy anything and just play behind these 2 rifles?
I think they're going to go for an eco, to be honest, yeah. I don't think you're going to be buying up anything. You're probably going to split those weapons up right now here for Khan. Yep. You're going to have the AWP potentially holding down A. M4 towards B. Maybe stacking B a little bit, playing mid a bit more passive. You potentially put 2 on Donut with the AWP there, right? A trade weapon with a potential P250 or a deco. I think that's the call you're making if you're Khan. But it's not going to be around, right? All too feasible as soon as Gun 5 figure out where that AWP is. They're going to avoid it, or they're going to rush it down with lots of players. So it's going to boil down to how Khan investigates and goes into these early fights. Lomic attempting cave as a peek with the AWP. I don't mind it. And the M4 gets set up towards A. So the vice versa to what I was saying. That means mid is open. Gun 5 take it for grabs.
Oh, yeah. Objective 1 complete for Gun 5. Now they just have to choose the better site to attack. It seems to be B for a bit. Ooh, a bit of trouble for Saddam, and he's still not out of the woods yet. They want to take care of him before doing anything else. He's still making some progress. 1 for 1 with those AWPs. Now let's see what's going to happen as they're trying to break open that site. Not going to be so easy with the defenders there as Teo and Dune find 2 kills, and T's are tucking their tails. Lomic awaits with that AWP. Still could pose a threat on the side, and they're not expecting as he finds the first. Magic He's alone now.
Up against 3. June peeking, swinging. Kill won't be found. Magic E trying to re-aggress. What a round from Khan this is. Their rotations were so brutal. Magic E can stop them in their tracks. Rotation from Teo. Trying to make his play. There's the missed shot, and Teo arrives. Round goes to Khan out of nowhere. They're back into winning ways. Just great placement. You have the weapons split up into directions. You have the pistols swarming the sides that seem to be more guarded. And that allows for harder fights. This could have been a collateral as well from Lomic, just barely missing out on that one. 6 on the board for Khan. The game, although crazy already, just got a bit more crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to criticize Gun 5 for that previous round. They knew there was at least somebody on that site. At that point, you want to go to the other one. Dune gets first blood. It's going to be a quick one from Gun 5, but he finds a double from Donut, and now trouble for the T's as they have only one entrance to that site. They need to take care of the defenders. Luckily for them, the defenders are playing it passively, so they might even get that bomb plant, but they want to take care of Dune and take control of Donut. And a double quick Magic-E with the third of this round. Finally an answer for Lomic. It's a 2v2, but he's going to just run out, throwing caution to the wind and not finding anything, though Yixrizo is only on 1 HP, so this is still a doable clutch for Teo.
Long as they stay together here, the T's, they should be good to go. Provided with a chance as Lomic went aggressive. Teo gonna make this rotation. Both will run. I don't know if the T's are gonna be faster here. I don't think so. Teo's gonna hear them go into cave. Hear them run out. They need to check for sure. Jix Razor will be the bait, and Texty is gonna be ready. Good that he runs out with his gun instead of his knife, because that would have been a timing that Teo would have liked to take. Not to be. Great trading. Sending Jix Razor in as bait. Falls for it completely. Round will go to Gun 5, and yeah, another sort of misplay, another solo peek there from Lomic. He wanted a little bit too much. Thought he had the safety with the AK pickup. But he gave away a chance to Gun 5, which they grab and take with both arms.
Absolutely. And now again, Khan not really doing too well. Even though they have 6 rounds on the board, they, of course, have a chance to put themselves in front at the half. And 4 players towards B. This seems like a perfect read coming in from Khan. Again, not the first time they await Gun 5 with more than a few players on a site. And Lomic gets the first kill. Also, Selter on 23 HP. So Gun 5, they really wanted to break open that site. Though Yixrizo's kill really opens things up now for them. A site clear. They can take it by force, and they're going to have an easy job maintaining it. That smoke did not fall where they wanted to, so they're going to have to expend one more. Lomic behind it gets the kill on the break. Looking for more, not going to find it. It's a 1-for-1 trade. It's still a 3-on-3 situation, but the bomb, it has just now arrived, which gives the CTs a chance, though Meow gets taken down, and that puts a lot of pressure to the players that have only just rotated. Magic Key will be quick enough, and they know where Lomic is.
Hyped on the calling, hyped on the frag. Jix Razor found 2, and Lomic is running for the horses. They don't have any money left in the bank, so saving the op to at least have something is huge to pick up. Another masterclass from Jix Razor. Every single time Gun 5 find a disadvantage, he just goes for peaks, he goes for trades, he's hungry. He's ate well today, probably in the first map. He ate well in this one. We're looking at Lomic attempting to save. No one looking to have the capability to take him down in this short amount of time. Another nicely executed round there for Gun5 coming in. And I saw as well when Magicy found that kill, the hype that's surrounding this match as well. For him as a stand-in coming in, also capable to bring that hype, willing to show his capabilities. Usually a player around the Incilio block. I'm not sure if he's still signed to Incilio or not. Otherwise it's... Yeah, he is. Okay, so then my point about him trying to make a name for himself wouldn't be valid, but definitely wants to carry home this victory to get Gun5 into a much better position. And yeah, looking at the buy from Khan, would be a bit scared. As long as Gun5 avoids this up, they should be good to go. But we've seen MP9s do crazy work, so wouldn't be able to count them out in any way.
Well, they're hoping for something in this round. Hopefully one of those MP9s manages to break somebody's head open. Again, 4 players on that B-bomb site. They want to guard it with manpower now that they don't really have the guns to play with. It's only Lomic on that A-bomb side, and he's going to have his hands full quite quickly. Of course, his teammates want to make some room towards mid, and they're doing just that. The A-site take is a bit slow enough, at least for Lomic to reposition himself. Sadame in trouble, Stelter and Texi getting the kills, but it's still a 2-on-2, as Lomic did fall in the meanwhile. Meow will follow him to the grave, and it's only Dune in Temple. Might catch Stelter off guard, almost did, but in the end it was not enough. The MP9 not strong enough in that duel. It's a tied scoreline at the half. You can say that Khan could have gone for more. It was 5-1 at one point, but they're going to be relatively happy with this, especially if they get the pistol. It's still an active best of 3.
Yeah, I really felt like Khan was going to take some more, but you said it correctly. It was always, hold on. The full buys are still going to come. And that's when Gun5 can show up. And they did. 6-6, which means half-time, which means we are giving away a skin. Another Glock 18 Vogue coming to Touch Me IV. Congratulations with your Glock 18.
Is that Touch Me IV or Touch Me the 4th? Like, there were 3 Touch Me's before him.
That could be as well, yeah. I mean, IV or 4, yeah. Romain letters. Looking at the pattern of the rounds, we don't see it now, but it was exactly the way it started, it ended, and the middle rounds as well. A completely synchronized way. And it's so interesting as well to see these rounds. I mean, I used to play Red Bull Flick. I don't know if you know what that is, Alexa. Yeah? I played that in a Dutch LAN as well, and this round kind of represents that as well. Like, you would play for a total of 2 or 3 minutes, and it would always come down to one engagement. That fight between Selter and the man from Khan on middle, if he wouldn't have found that kill, the round is won by Khan. It all boils down to one engagement, it all boils down to one fight, which is win or lose. With Gun5 finding the pistol now, that one engagement will go their way this time around. Have we seen this before? A second half pistol going the way of Gun5, which usually means they win the map.
Oh yeah. The way Mirage went, you could say that definitely, though they were in the driver's seat for the better part of that map. Now it's Khan looking for an answer, of course, after this round, as they seem to be opting for a full eco. It's only Tio on that Deagle. He did get 2 kills in the previous round, so $600 allows him to get at least something. They're going to have a few upgraded pistols, actually. Lomic on the P250. Meow as well on the Big Deagle. Let's see if those hand cannons can do some damage. The very forward positioning allows Magicy, Sadame, and Celta to grab 3 quick frags, and now it should be just a clean round for the side of Gun5.
Yeah. At that point we're going to the full buys, but that's good from Gun5, taking care of business, only losing 1. Sometimes, like I said, this game is just so interesting when you can play all the strategies the way you like, but sometimes it just boils down to one fight. It boils down to one shot that needs to be hit And you can start off well. You can make Khan, or in this situation, Gun 5 run about on that CT side. You can make them bait. You can make them have some uncomfortable rotations. But it just comes down to shooting. It comes down to clicking heads. That's something both teams are more than capable to do. Same with my situation of Red Bull Flick. Like, you would have 2 minutes of constant throwing back and forth, and then both teams run down because it works with HP to 30 health or something. And then you would get 1 kill, which takes enough time to respawn, and you would win the game. If you didn't win that fight, you wouldn't have won. So interesting the way these rounds sometimes boil down to. Early aggression from Khan was thrown towards middle. They threw some smokes there while not taking it. Texty took possession of mid and ramp himself. Well, now boils down to Magic Key going on for a fight. Good position. Here's the swing. This is well played from Gun 5, helping each other out on middle. And that molly forces no trade from Lomek to be ahead. Khan. This is the T side. We saw Mirage as well. It's falling apart at every single end.
Yeah, they tried to find an opening on basically every part of the map and failed to do so. Every step of the way. It's only Dozik left. And his hope is maybe to bring a gun with him. That's at least Selter, but now they know his position. They have a little bit of cash to splash, so they could send one more player to try and relieve Dozik of that AK. Wait for that time to run out and then hunt for him. Still, they should watch about their own finances, but it seems like they're dead set on taking care of Dozik, and that smoke will fade before the timer runs out. So the thing is, if they swing towards him, he's a dead man, and there's nothing to be said. Just waiting, of course, to relieve him of any loss bonus. Not going to happen, as Sedain will kill him before the timer ends, but 9 rounds and starting very cleanly for Gun 5 the second half is.
Yeah, this is well played. Gun 5 playing some stellar game. Texty 17 kills, which is great to see. He was playing good. He had some impressive rounds on Mirage, but now also on the top of the scoreboard. And that's good to see. 3 rounds to start. Not getting him off the time. I mean, at that point, you just kind of want to take him down no matter what. Something to say. And your question about it being Touch Me IV or Touch Me 4. It is Touch Me 4, I think, looking at his Discord. So there, your point confirmed. The XM, always nice to see, but it is a very messy weapon. Sometimes you do 101, and sometimes you do 10 and 5. That's what happened this time. Selter only getting away with 1. And June, yeah, he doesn't even want that XM to use. He keeps pulling out his Deagle. Much more work in that. AK picked. Under so much pressure, not gonna find anything. 4 straight for Gun 5, and yeah, we're seeing, like I said, Khan all over again. The T side of Mirage only getting 3 rounds in that. Now they have none yet.
Yeah, but they're gonna have a buy in the next, and a solid one of that. With I expected an op. They had more than enough money to invest in the big green, but maybe they want to make it quick. So 5 AKs in their hands. Full stack of utility on all of their players, just expending the insta smokes, putting them in a position where they can gain enough ground at the beginning. This might be a quick one towards A, though. And if you look at the minimap, you can see the Gun 5, they're none the wiser as to what can happen. They're just now going to send the player over there, but is it too little? Is it too late? As Tio brings pressure to the other site as he domes Magic Key. It's only Yixrizo defending the A-bomb side, and he's alone. He's barely in a situation to do anything, so it should be a relatively easy bomb plant for Khan, and number 7 seems to be looming as Tio finds another kill in the lurk position.
Woo! Good shot from Jixrazo coming out. Players low. Texty is lurking as well. An anchor of the A side and Jixrazo that can still do work. He's keeping him occupied. Texty arrives. June getting ready. Another kill that was needed to be found. Getting on the side. Turning back and forth. Where's the swing? Where's the play? Jixrazo wants to re-engage, but June has his number. 3 kills from the youngster coming out. So another round will go to Khan.
Well done from Dune. There
Yeah.
was a world where Gun 5 could have had that retake as multiple players on the con side were quite low. Dune was not one of them, and that's what led to his clutch and a clean one at that, getting headshots. 3 of them to collect another round for his team. So they get things going on the T side of this map, but they're going to have to tie a few together, especially getting this one would be very important. That would allow them a few freebies. A lot of ground gained by Gun 5. You can see Sadame is already in a forward position, so at least they took control of the B outskirts, and now they can rotate players back to A. This time, it's going to be 2 of them. It's going to be Selter on CT spawn and Magic U with that AWP in Donut.
Yeah, you're playing the A side retake because a player is jiggling CT, and then you have a surprise element on the op. This is nicely played. No donut smoke. That means trouble. Magic has the big green posted. Good for 1. Still a player making noise towards B, which has been heard. That gets the players from Gun 5 a little bit weirded out. The eyes will be towards CT as Selter is checking for it every now and then. That one play in Tio making them so damn worried, which causes rotations to now start to occur. Bomb is moving B as well. This is well played by Khan. First it was danger, and now it's blood as Tio takes another one, looking for SD-aim as well. Oh no, that kill gets found, and now B is not so free anymore.
Oh yeah, trouble, a lot of trouble for Dozik as the bomb has been spotted. Now they're hoping for that Dune flank as Tio made a lot of noise with his flank beforehand, so Dune can still do a lot of damage. Ooh, whiffing the first one, but getting both of them in the end and taking care of this round for his team. A bit stressful for a moment, but Khan are going to get round number 8.
Yeah, I'm personally a little bit worried as to why that rotation came from Gun 5 coming out. I mean, I know Tio made the play towards B, he got the kill, but as soon as Tio is found there, is it necessary to rotate 3 players over towards B, or are you gonna make sure you at least make sure the original plan of A is not executed? June finding way too much value with his lurk, as everyone from Khan seemed to lurk in that round, and everyone seemed to get the correct timing. Gun 5 not specifically choosing what they wanted to do. First they were like, we're gonna stick towards A, and as soon as that kill was found on top of Tio and pressure was off the B side completely, they went for the full rotation towards B all of a sudden, which seems like a bit of an overplay right here. This kill, Tio finding 1, that's fine. Then SD-aim taking him down at this point. Magic just needs to make sure he stays towards A as long as possible, walks away, which allows Dune to get involved. A lot of things happening, which Gun 5 did to himself, and can't take full accountability for it, take full pressure away. Advantage about. And now it is 10-8.
Oh.
And an opening kill.
A very important frag coming in from Lomik. I mean, they're going to keep that AWP, but not in the hands of Magic Heat, as he's been relatively silent so far. Let's not forget his Mirage CT side. It has been impressive. Or rather, it had been impressive. Meow might actually catch Xrizo here. Just missed the spray, and Xrizo now can fire back. There's that 5-7 on close range. Selter takes care of Tio. Wait a minute. This could still be a bit of an active round for the side of Gun 5. Just a question of where the Khan players go.
They'll make a rotation, and Texty is in prime position. 5-7. It is right shoulder. Dozik can find him easily. That's the A side broken apart, but 2 rifles in a clutch, including a sniper rifle, taking care of Temple. This could still be around for Gun 5, believe it or not.
Absolutely, especially if the Xrizo finds a kill, he's going to find 1. The other one not going to happen, and Selter with an all to do and little to do it with, so little room to fight in, and Dune puts the finishing touches on this round. It's only 1 round separating these 2 teams now, and we have a game on our hands again, Jesse.
Yeah, we really do. A good round, great rotations this time, right? The fact that Taxi stays towards Donut, that declares my point of the previous round again, keeping 1 towards the A side still. There's no commitment to the side has been taken, but that fight, that position is so hard. right? Peeking from left to right, you're gonna see your opponent much easier. In Counter-Strike 2, that's been advanced a lot more than it was in Counter-Strike Go, but it's always been a thing. That angle is not advantageous when you're holding. Something to keep yourself worried about. Good opening fight from Texty this is, which is why a ramp fight like this is very advantageous. A swing from left to right, easily getting an advantage. Good start from Texty, that is. Ramp taken care of. And Gun 5, it's been a few rounds, right, Alex, where we've seen them falling back a little bit, playing back to side, not really taking some early fights or early control. Now they're going back to what worked in the past, and they're immediately getting an entry with it. Good to see.
Yeah, the thing is, the beam bomb site is completely locked down. Khan will not step foot over there, at least not yet, until they gain some map control. And with a player in a disadvantage, they're still going to have to find something. But as that smoke fades on the doors, the Gun 5 players are going to have to fade away back to the site. Still 3 players defending, so it's going to be a tough nut to crack. Seltzer's engagement could be crucial should he find a kill that could not only gain them a lot of intel, but also give them more of an advantage, but the timing was not right, and Dune breaks open the site. Meow good on the trade, as Texi was only good for 1. And that's a tied result here, ladies and gentlemen.
1 timing, and I don't get why Seltzer wants to check ramp. I do really understand that. No steps towards cave, so you're thinking, that's safe, but shifting through, getting found as soon as he goes for a check, maybe wanting to rotate back to the A side, it gets him slamming his desk for sure. Just the worst feeling ever. You're probably coming, yeah, I knew it, but yeah, why didn't you just hold cave? Yeah. So unfortunate. Worst thing that could happen to a player.
The thing is that the B bomb side of Ancient is always a bit uncomfortable to hold, because even if you have a few players on it, you could still have a T lurking relatively close. And that's probably what went into Seltzer's head at this moment. He was like, all right, I know that I got teammates there, but I'm going to check ramp either way, and just Dune swings out and destroys him. 20 rounds played and nothing to separate these two teams, but it's Gun 5 on the back foot, as they're going to have to opt for an eco. They're going to have 2 rifles, an SMG, and 2 5.7s, but that's not something you want to fight with when push comes to shoves. To aim, that's a good start. Followed up by Magic Key, and Seltzer also gets the crunch kill. It's Yxrizo with the double now, and it's a clean, fast, quick round coming in from Gun 5. Khan did not expect this.
Who were the T's exactly in this round? I'm not sure. I think Gun 5 had some T-side blood in them, as it's a complete shutdown. Wow, what a round that is. 4 in a row for Gun 5, then 4 from Khan. A round with pistol armor goes the opposite way. It seems like my own team all over again. We have this a lot when we lose against pistol armor. Like, we know that we're gonna push A, we know that we're gonna do something fast, and we still get destroyed. That's what Khan we're going about in this round. So much promise shown by Gun 5 as well in the early rounds, so definitely deserves to be in the lead, but will they continue this path? Another B-side crunch coming in, which opens up the door for an A play, knowing there's potentially only one, but you gotta fight against the big green, always hard. The Meow gets taken. The Op just staring down the barrel. The stand-in getting away with the opening kill, not as impressive as on the first map, but still showing some great stuff here on the big green. A very hard weapon to use in the current meta. And he's still showing up great. Dune will go for a plant here at the corner. He fakes it out once. Texty sprays through the smoke. On Mirashi did it through boxes. On Ancient, he'll do it through smokes instead. Bomb gets dropped. As the only thing they still have is Lomik on the side with the op. And I was gonna say Dosik lurking, but never mind. Tagged down, sprayed away. Match and series point for Gun 5. With an eco from Khan that will follow up.
And it's such an important best of 3 for both teams. You know, if you win, you go to the qualifier, or rather to the promotion match, a chance to get to the playoffs. If you lose, you're fighting against elimination all the way through this competition.
Yeah.
And Khan, they're staring the bottom of the barrel. They're not really doing too well. As soon as they got close, it got taken away from them. They tied up the result for a moment, just for a moment. And since then, 2 rounds taken by Gun 5. Look at Khan's buy. They got 4 Tech 9s, 1 SMG. They want to storm that A bomb site, and they're going to do just that. Magic Key going to get tested with that up. Miss first shot. Second one doesn't connect either. So now they took control of the site, and Tio finds 2 kills. This map still might have something to say.
You don't need to say financial-wise, but you might not want to give over too many guns, especially that AWP, which Magic Key has in his hands. He's going to try and run back. They're not helping him to go for that cross out. That double kill from Tio is everything. Mid still checked for a lurk. Magic Key timing. He has to clear the corner, but unfortunately that wasn't going to be taken down, taken away. Khan wins the round with pistol armor. And they're now 1 round away from OT. Still a buy from Gun 5. As this is... At some point you just say this is an unlucky round. Same for Khan, right? They lost a round against Armor Pistol. Sometimes those just do occur.
Yeah, but really bad timing for that to happen right now. As Gun 5, now there's a little bit of pressure on them. Of course, attack timeout coming in from Khan, and we didn't really see many tactical pauses throughout this best of 3 so far. This is one of them. They want to think things through and talk a little bit about how they can get themselves to overtime where anything could happen. So we could still see map number 3 in this one.
Where is this van? I've actually never seen that before. And I've played Asian so much.
I think it's somewhere out of the map, out of bounds, right?
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm like, where on the outside map?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a very good question.
It's literally my map pool with the team I'm playing with, Ancient, but I've not seen that car before. I will go and look out for it. We keep on finding those impressive views, those impressive flies around the map. Texty, he's flying, but on the playground himself. Chance to open, but won't be able to find much. Pressure put towards A, while B gets challenged. That's the bomb! Oh, it runs out of the smoke. Thinking they found the timing. As the aim says no. And that's 2 kills, Alexa. That's 3 more. And Gun 5 win the series.
Yeah, absolutely. That was crucial. And a big mistake from Khan. Gun 5, they've done this so far. Khan, they have been punished, but never like this. Losing the bomb so early, losing the bomb so deep in CT territory. And those blues, they're not going to budge. They're going to keep that C4 underneath their feet. The only hope for Khan is that Dune flank, but it's happened before, and now Gun 5 are expecting it. Now they've seen the player that needs to find an opening, needs to do some damage. Those that gets the first kill, maybe there's still some life left in Khan. Meow finds a frag, but gets traded back right away, and it's only Dune. 1v3, not going to happen this time, my friend. It's Gun 5 all the way, and it was a bit closer than they expected, a bit closer than they're comfortable with, but at the end of the day, a 2-0 best of 3 that goes their way, and next time we see Gun 5, they will be playing for playoffs.
Well done, and I think a series that kind of went exactly the way that we sort of expected. We do see that a lot with esports and like sports in general. So you're going into a game where you think, okay, Gun 5 is the team that's going to have the upper hand. They could bring in some VRS point. They might lose a lot in that regard. And Khan, they will come in with a good showing. There's some promise in this team, but how many rounds will they get? Yeah, 9 and 11, some close games, but Gun 5 that will be winning it out at the end of the day. Jix Razor will get the MVP. I've talked about him for quite a bit, but I would have to say Texty as well. Been crazy this series. A lot of important kills on Mirage and the top fragger in Ancient. My MVP will probably be him, or maybe even Magic as an MVP, or as the stand-in coming into this game and still showing up so great on all fronts.
Yeah, we saw some really good performances from Magic-E, especially on Mirage. Texi, you mentioned him already. I mean, he didn't get a lot of kills on that first map, but I think all of the kills that he did get were so instrumental for Gun 5 to be comfortable on the opponent's map pick. This second one, they're probably going to have to think about it, maybe watch the VOD and see what went wrong, because we expected it to be a little bit more comfortable for Gun 5. Of course, the percentages are close for both teams on this map, but Gun 5 did face off against, I think, more difficult opponents in the past, but this one was not comfortable. It was not easy. The fact that they managed to win that round with pistol armor kind of helped in getting them over the finish line at the end of the day. Of course, vice versa, I said that Gun 5, next time we see them, they will be fighting for playoffs. On the other hand, you got Khan. Next time we see them, they will be fighting against elimination, and they need to win 2 best-of-3s in order to get to the playoffs, and afterwards it's single elimination, so it's really not a comfy position for them to be in.
No, they're not going to be feeling comfortable at all, but I think they're going to be facing up against a little bit more of a feasible opponent. We have some more teams down there at the 1-2 part of the bracket. Currently, that is Sparta, but there's still a lot of teams that are still coming in, and going into it, Khan will also have a lot more officials right to play with their VRS. They're going to get some more games in, so this isn't the only tournament that they will be facing in, but definitely one where they could collect some nice VRS points if they can get that second or third win in to keep the score going. So a great project with a lovely future that I really hope to see more of.
Yeah, and we definitely will at least one more time in Galaxy Battle Phase 4. Of course, this was a quick day, only one best-of-3 that has been played today, but Galaxy Battle, if I'm not mistaken, will be back tomorrow. So, of course, stay tuned. You can follow us on our Kick channel, and it will be quite easy to watch some solid Counter-Strike. As you already know, you can also get skins while you watch our broadcast. That is it for today. We'll be back tomorrow, and best of luck, ladies and gentlemen.